Well, I am excited to announce that I'm getting ready to celebrate my 4-month anniversary of launching this startup. We launched it June 1st. It is coming up on October 1st. So you got to celebrate those micro victories where you can, especially if you're a solopreneur or a small team, because that's really how you keep your sanity in all this. But today's video, I'm not going to be talking about Launch Ready AI. I'm going to be talking about a product that I'm building underneath Launch Ready AI called Barnabas OS. Now, Barnabas is going to be an AI agent mentor that's in your pocket. It is going to collect all the data about your life, everything that you want it to collect, from your sleep data to your nutrition, physical fitness, spirituality, relationships, and work, and everything else in there. We're going to talk a lot more about that. But I created a system that I feel is going to help a lot of people. Now, let me give you two things about this app. First off, the name Barnabas. Barnabas comes from the book of Acts in the Bible. Barnabas was a generous man. Barnabas was a bridge builder. He was a mentor to Paul, and just the type of wise person you want to help guide you into the right direction. Now, my reason for wanting to build this is I've suffered with social anxiety disorder for a big chunk of my life. That has led to things like imposter syndrome, a lack of self confidence, and overconfidence, and just multiple challenges where I've missed opportunities or, just held myself back, not believing that I am worthy of success or some of the things that I've done in my life. And then when I look at my career, it's like I have done so many amazing things and have had great success, great failures, and everything in between. How do we talk ourselves into this ignorance? But we all do. And it's easier than ever now because of social media, and we compare our success to other people, our happiness to other people, our wealth to other people. And what we see online is not the truth. We're comparing ourselves to fiction. It's not healthy. Also, as I started doing more research, I realized the amount of anxiety that we're experiencing in America, really globally, it's an epidemic. Anxiety is an epidemic in this country, depression and fear. And just, I think that is leading to a lot of this anger, frustration, division, all the things that we're seeing out there that's making the world so ugly right now. I mean, it's insane what we're going through. We're also living in more isolation. Our relationships are not strong, they're not rich, they're not fulfilling like they used to be. Young people are not getting married, they are not having children, they're not even socializing together at the bar, at the brewery, at church. I mean, you can go to thousands, millions of churches today. You can sneak in and sneak out and not even speak to somebody. Our whole system is designed like that. And as AI continues to move forward, you're going to be making orders with AI, like at McDonald's. There's already some McDonald's doing that. There's going to be AI robots making your food. So you're going to be going out getting food and still not even being in any contact with a human. You're going to get your Uber. It's going to be an autonomous Tesla with no driver. So it's only going to get worse if we don't do something about it. That's why I have a passion for Barnabas OS. Now, I'm also getting ahead of what I think is going to happen here in the next year or so. And we will see a product come on the market, probably from OpenAI or Apple or somebody, that's going to be that pin that we've been hearing so much about. A couple of companies have tried and failed so far, but a pen that can basically grab all the data, everything about you and about your day, your mood, your health, your interactions, the way you speak to people, the way you're spoken to, what you eat, your exercise, your heart, like all of these different things can be accounted for. Algorithms can be created, AI can be used. You can find patterns that are self-destructive that you can work on and improve your behavior through emotional intelligence to fix those self-destructive patterns. You can find good patterns and amplify those things and really work on them and make them a bigger part of your life. I've already found data to do that in just 28 days of this experiment. It's amazing. So I've been collecting every ounce of data I can collect on myself for the last 28 days. And I've been training an AI to coach me, to mentor me, to take all this data. And that's the product that I'm building for you. There's going to be gears, and I'm not going to give everything out yet, but there's going to be gears. And the reason for the gears is, look, there's already been buckets and pillars and 4-hour work weeks, but clearly it's not happening, folks. The self-help guru world is billions of dollars, but yet the stats don't show us improving at all. Now, I think there's a few reasons for that. That's another video as well. But for this, it's gears. And the reason for the gears is gears they're going to function different at different times of our lives. Some gears are going to work much faster. Others are going to move much slower, but they're all going to work together. But the reason for the gears is if you let one gear get rusty or break, what happens? The whole machine breaks. We kind of forget that that's what happens. So I have 28 days of data here that I've put into this AI. And while I'm not going to give it all to you at this point in time, what I do want to touch on are some very interesting things that happened to me. So first off, the first gear is the physical gear. This is nutrition. This is body. I lost 10 pounds in 28 days. 10 pounds. And I did that by eating more protein, really focused on mostly a carnivore diet. I kept my protein levels to around 180 grams of protein every day. I ate 2 meals and I kept my calories around 2,400 every single day. I added probiotics and I let it pick my supplements. So I got very clean supplements, and I'll share that supplement stack in the future. But it's going to be different for all of us, right? You're going to take things different than me. It's all customized for each person. But the probiotics that I use are not pills or anything like that. I'm eating sauerkraut, I'm eating kimchi, and I'm eating yogurt. So very natural, healthy, clean ways to get those probiotics. And I'm learning more about the different vitamins and where I am deficient in my diet. Now, what I did learn is my sodium spiked up, so I added some potassium to my diet through bananas. So I wasn't eating really any fruit, but I am eating bananas to get that potassium level up. My vitamin K was nearly absent, so we're going to have to address that. But here's the pattern, and this is why I want to show why this is so important. On high protein structured days, I felt calm and satisfied because I have the app asking me questions throughout the day. On days where I cheated, maybe I ate a couple of sugar cookies at a networking event. The wife brought home some M&Ms, and I might have eaten those. It was my birthday, so of course I had some bundt cake and, I had some sweets there. On those days, my digestion absolutely went south and my sleep trend went completely out of whack. So there's a price to pay for those cheating days. And then I get coaching. So Barnabas coached me through saying, look, you nailed protein. That habit is what created the weight loss. But now it's time to layer in fiber, K2, and become a little bit more disciplined with the cheats. And this goes back to my concept of lying to ourselves. I ate clean today. Oh, but what about those M&Ms? Oh, what about that cookie? Oh, what about that cupcake? Like those little things you kind of selectively forget that you ate that day, but they count. Those calories count, whether you admit them or not. Whether you log them, admit them, they're in your body and they count. You can't lie your way out of it. Okay, and the second gear that I want to talk about here real quick is sleep and recovery. I averaged only 6 hours and 30 minutes a night. But again, this is where we lie to ourselves, and maybe I've done it too well because my efficiency number is 92% at 6.5 hours sleep. But the negative is I'm not getting enough deep sleep, and I'm at a 20% debt in the amount of sleep I need to be very healthy, recovering, and everything for my age. Now, why is this happening? Well, I tend to go to bed at 2 or 3 a.m., and I'm still waking up fairly early, and I'm never crossing the 6.5 hour mark. But there are patterns here that it showed, and it might seem like common sense, but again, we trick ourselves, we trick our minds, we even trick our body into believing things that are not true. And the data doesn't lie. When I log 6 hours or less of sleep, Barnabas said, look, I talked more about fatigue, of being less focused, of being stressed out about a lot of different things. But when I got that 6.5 to 7 hours of sleep, I had more focus, I was clear, and I was more grateful. I had more gratitude in my attitude for that day. So Barnabas is coaching me. Look, we're going to take baby steps. We're going to try to start going to bed around 1 a.m. and let's see how that works. And then hopefully we can start getting to bed at a reasonable hour. But look, I've always been a night owl, so that's going to be always a bit of a stressor. And I want to touch on one more gear today, the relationship gear, because in this 28 days, again, I lost 10 pounds. I've learned that I need to work on my sleep, which I never saw that coming. And the third one, and this is a great surprise, my relationship with my wife and with my kids improved. The wife and I are absolutely closer in this 28 days. And everything is better when your relationships, the foundations that you have are better. And part of the reason for that is I committed to a nightly wind down with her. So I would shut off my phone, my computer, the television, and we would just spend an hour, hour and a half together talking. Man, we haven't done that in a really long time. Now, we've always spent time together, but typically she's on her phone scrolling TikTok. I'm on the computer doing whatever work I'm doing. And even though we're together, there's no connection, there's no quality time there. So we made that commitment together through this over the last month, and it's just been amazing. Now, we also had the issue of the Charlie Kirk tragedy. And while tragic, it did play a positive role in our lives because it got my wife back to being closer to God. It got my wife back to church and just a thirst for being there. She started reading the Bible again. Like that makes my heart fully melt. It got my oldest daughter back in the church. And there's reasons why she left, but she's back. So my entire family went to church together for the first time in a long time. Incredible. Incredible. So those are things that we take for granted. Again, we spent time together, but it wasn't quality time. Now we're turning off the screens, we're winding down, we're spending time together, we're talking and all that. And Barnabas, coaching us together, has said, look, everything's going well, but let's now commit to a true date night. So next week, we're going on our first Barnabas date night, and we're going to go see a movie at the Art Craft Theater. It's this amazing 1920s Art Deco theater on the south side of Indianapolis. And we're going to watch a movie that's literally being shown on a 35 millimeter projector. So getting back to the old days of cinema. So I'm really excited about that. Okay, well, I think that's it for tonight. I'm not going to camera around and everything, but we got a lot more. There's 7 gears. There's proprietary scoring. It's all science-based, emotional intelligence. There's so much more that I'll be sharing with you as this product becomes more of a reality. But we got our first 28-day test in. It's a success. I'm feeling great. Life is good. And I'm very excited about the future. Well, that's it for me today. This has been your AI Founders Diary. And until next time, keep creating, keep innovating, and most importantly, keep up. God bless.